Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to show you how I take those top down shots that I just showed you. So I'm using pretty much the same setup, starting with a Godox SL60, and that is my key light passing through this big diffuser. And the main game changer here is this particular stand or a clamp actually goes something like this. There are joints that facilitate the movement of this particular thing into different directions, right? And if you see, I already have this Nikon Z5 mounted here. This setup is pretty heavy, and this particular stand does a great job in assisting with having this mounted sturdily, and this is a very compact setup. This pretty much helps me in getting those top down shots. If you see, this is where I shoot, this is where I keep my products on the table. So I'm also keeping a fill light here because as usual I do need some additional light from the corner diagonal so that I do not end up with noise, grains or unwanted shadows. I use this fill light to project light on the subject that I'm trying to shoot from top to down, and this is my complete setup that I'm using here for top down shots. If I give you a complete view, it looks something like this. So I believe in simple setups and do maximum with the minimum that I have. And if you see, this key light passing through the diffuser falls very softly on that part of the table where I place the object. So the camera, based on the distance I keep it at, it actually captures the frame very nicely from top to bottom. And based on how I want to shoot it, I keep the shutter speed and aperture basis that. So the main game changer, as I said, is this stand from Ulanzi, which holds my heavy camera very firmly, and I really do not notice any shakiness or wobbliness when I'm filming top-down shots. And this soft light falling on the object or the subject gives it a very dramatic look later when I edit it. If I show you this particular stand, so it is clamped on my desk. If you see here, it is fixed here and it is very sturdy and there is no shakiness here. There are a few knobs here and this side as well, and there are certain knobs here, and we do have a wall socket mount here on which the camera rotates. So I can use this particular junction to rotate the camera or particular angle and fix the camera according to the kind of shot I need. So at the moment I have placed it exactly vertically above the subject. If you see here, I'll show you from a distance. So this is how it is facing downwards, and I have kept the screen up so that I can see what is being filmed. Let me turn on the screen. So if you see, I place my hand here, somewhere here, and this is visible on the screen. So when I keep the subject just vertically down the lens, I can actually have a clear view of what is happening based on the camera screen showing me live as to what I am exactly filming. And if the subject placement needs correction, I can easily view from the camera screen and place it accordingly so that I get the desired frame. This is what actually helps me get the entire shot, and I can loosen the knob and I can move this around as to how I need it. If you see, I can still move it like this, and if I want to place the camera at a certain angle, I can still do it. And also, not only does it move sideways, there is a knob that if I loosen from here, it can also move front and back. So there is also a knob here which facilitates the movement of this particular part of the stand backwards and forward, thereby letting this part overall become flexible and letting me move the camera the way I want it. So as you see from here, there are a couple of knobs at this side, and there is one knob at this side as well, right? So the function of this knob is to loosen this so that this entire thing comes out of the bottom supporting main stand. So I would not want to do this right now, so I will keep this tightened, not that tightened, because this particular knob that you see, this facilitates the movement of this particular part of the stand. I'll not tighten this knob up to the max, so I'll just keep it a little loosened so that I can move this part of the stand that holds the camera. There is this knob as well at the side. This will facilitate the movement of the stand with this joint here, forward and backward. So if you see here, I can push it from here, move it forward. Once I'm done, I can adjust it back. So based on where I'm keeping the subject on the table, I can move this particular clamp forward and backward, and I can adjust it to point at the subject. I can bring it forward, and if I want to shoot something, let's say at this particular height and angle, I can adjust it here. I can move it further forward, and I can move it backwards like this, right? So this is a great functionality, and it gives a great flexibility to this particular stand overall, so that I can actually use this entire thing and place my camera overhead like the way I want it, and at the desired height and angle that I desire to keep it. Let's say I place it somewhere here, and let's say I move it a little forward. I will fix it somewhere here, right? And once I do that, I have to come down and I have to tighten the knobs here, and this stays here, and I can easily shoot from this particular angle and height on the particular subject that is just placed beneath this. So overall, I would say this stand from Ulanzi gives me all the functionalities that I require for a top-down shot. And I would say this is very effective because there are certain kind of shots that I want to take which would involve unboxing of a product, or which may require me to pour something on a glass, which I would want to shoot from a top perspective. So for that, I think this particular stand as a whole helps me a lot place the camera at a desired angle and height, so that I can shoot however I want to, and I can make sure that the product is just below the camera lens, and I am able to shoot the top down perspective like I wanted to. And as I said earlier, this screen of the camera always helps me locate the subject, how it is placed just below the lens, and how it looks live on the screen, so that I can adjust the placement however I want it to. And if I want, this is a macro lens, and if I want to shoot something very close, like of a very close surface of the subject, I would want to bring it further down, just a little distance above the subject, so that I can get a very detailed and crisp shot using this macro lens. And if in case I want to shoot something like a magazine from a distance, I can easily use this functionality to place it way above the subject and have the entire subject in the frame. So it depends how and what you are shooting, so that based on that you can go ahead and place your camera using this stand, and it will help you shoot the desired subject the way you want it. And it is easily available on Amazon. If you want the link and the name of the product of the stand from Ulanzi, please let me know in comments and I'll share the link with you. However, this is great, and this is very useful when you want to shoot something top down, so that you can just have it fixed on the side of the table once and just keep it like that. You do not have to make much adjustments. If you are shooting from a particular spot on your desk, you would not need to move the camera a lot of times. Now again, as I said, depends on the subject that you are shooting, right? So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover on top-down shots. And as I said, I believe in very simple setups. So let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them for you. And also, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you are a returning visitor, thanks a lot for your time hearing me out. Thank you.